Number 6 could possibly be the lengthiest, hardest question of all, among all the questions here. Now, when we say solve the following system of equations, first I want to make sure that you acknowledge that you have x and y, and we're trying to solve, right? So we're trying to find value or values to make both equations true. So in essence, this is about how you find the intersection between them. So what you can do, what we would do is that, well, this is y by itself. It would be nice that you also set the second equation to be like y equals 2. And the benefit of doing so is that you may now go ahead and say, yeah, 3x minus 11, it's equal to negative 2 times x minus 6 parentheses 2 plus 7. All right. Now, and when I say this is possibly the most difficult part, because every single step, you've got to ask, why are we doing this step? Why? Okay. Now, what we just did was to get y by itself and set them equal to each other because we have two unknowns. That's hard. So what do we do? Oh, we set these two equations together. So we transition from two unknowns to one unknown and one equation. And the only unknown that we have here is your x. Let's find out what x is. Okay, we say, oh, sure. But what do we do next? Okay, what do we do next? Now, you can subtract 7. Okay, feel free to subtract 7 first. All right. But then what? Okay. Now, what gives people the most struggle? It's what do we do with this thing right here? Okay. Do we do a square root later on, or what do we do? So I'm going to tell you that you do the FOIL right here. And I would justify why you do the FOIL in a couple steps, okay? So first, let's go ahead and do the FOIL right here. What is x minus 6 squared? It will be x squared minus 12x plus 36, okay? And then, and only then, you will distribute the minus 2 into the parentheses. And since we did not do anything to the left-hand side, we just keep writing the same thing on the left-hand side. Do not slack off in your notation. Do not slack off in your notation. Now, let me write down the why question. Why FOIL? Why? Why do we do FOIL? And this is the reason why I need to explain to you the justification after a couple steps, because if you don't see it, if your mental math does not carry you this far, you really have no idea why on earth we need to do FOIL. The only reason why we need to do FOIL is because we can see that there are like terms to combine. That's the reason. And I cannot tell you that there will be like terms to combine at this stage. I cannot, because there are no like terms to combine at this point. But you've got to see like, oh yeah, I could do FOIL, but what's the benefit of doing FOIL? Oh my God, you can actually combine like terms. So we're going to go ahead and set equal to 0 on the right by adding 2x squared to the left, by subtracting 24x, okay, and also by adding 72. So that would be plus what? Plus 54. Okay. 2x squared, my bad. Okay, 2x squared minus 21x plus 54. So this is the reason, okay? And that's why you cannot just remember what to do. You've got to ask yourself, wow, why are we doing this? Why? Because we combine like terms, okay? And then we can consider the possibility of factoring, and I would tell you that it is factorable. But what would the factors be? And we say, well, it's 2x squared, right? So it's got to be 2x and x. It has to be. The fact that this is a minus and this is a plus means that you have both being minuses. And then what two numbers can give you a 54? And when you do the inside and outside, it will get minus 21x. Minus what? 18 and 3. Now, 18 and 3 would work if there's no 2 in the front. Okay, but since there's a 2, 18 and 3 would not be a viable combination. Okay, I think this is the case, yeah, because you have minus 9x from doing the inside, and then you have minus 12x from doing the outside, and when you subtract these two like terms, minus 9x and minus 12x, that's how you get minus 21x. Okay, so that's the so these are the two factors, and so you say, well, 2x minus 9 is equal to 0, or x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 6, and 2x equals to 9, so x is equal to 9 over 2. Okay, are we done yet? No, we're not done yet, because that's just your x value. You've got to find out your y value, right? Now let's go ahead and take out the y value. So when x is equal to 6, what's the y? So y, it's going to be 18 minus 11, and that would be 7. So you got a nice point right there. It's 6 comma 7. So that is one of the intersections. But what about the other one? Well, the other one would be y minus 3 times 9 over 2 minus 11. It's a fraction, but don't get scared with a fraction. So we have 27 over 2 minus 11. And if we do common denominator, 11 would become 22 over 2. So that would be 5 over 2. So that means your other intersection would be 9 over 2, comma, 5 over 2. Okay? So again, it's a bit lengthy, okay? But you've got to know what drives your process. You got to know the purpose of every single step, the purpose of every single action. Why do you want to solve y by itself? Why do you put them equal to each other? And most importantly, why do you do FOIL right there? Okay. Now, this is a really key process, thought process, because you will see this in the future. And let me tell you this. If you cannot have your mental math processed up to at least 2 steps, okay, at least 2 steps, then that's going to be a huge roadblock for your math development. Okay, so make sure you can process the mental math just a little bit ahead. Okay,